Hello everyone, we are back with catching up and today we have Niko Ek from SAS. Niko, tell us a little about yourself and obviously everyone knows SAS, but the situation you are in now.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm Niko Ek, work for SAS. I'm heading sales in Europe, the European markets. Of course, UK is definitely one of the biggest market. I used to be based for 3 years in London, UK. At the moment, I live and I'm based in Helsinki, Finland. But I travel usually I travel around Europe and a lot in London and the UK. But of course now during the crisis I have stayed at home and worked from Helsinki. So yeah, the status of SAS these days, like many businesses and all airlines, we are in a challenging situation. We have laid off temporarily the majority of the organization. For example, my sales team is running on a below 10% workforce. We just keep, let's say, the customers informed and reply to questions, but at the moment business is very quiet. But we are already preparing for how to ramp up. We are preparing for how the airline will look after the crisis. So we, even if there's of course a lot of difficult, sad news as well, the company will see a big restructuring. We have announced that about 5,000 employees will be laid off. Of course, that's sad news, but at the same time, we need to save the company. We need to make sure that we are fit for flight after this is over or temporarily over. And our view is that it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time before we are back to normal volumes or normal demand, or will we even ever be back to the demand that was before the crisis. So that's really what we are doing at the moment, preparing for the future.
Yeah, and I guess confidence is a key word here as well. The consumer confidence after the crisis. People will be scared, obviously, but it's a challenge to overcome, isn't it? So, and how do you overcome these challenges? I mean, how do you think SAS will survive and be successful compared to others?
First of all, we went into the crisis with quite a strong financial situation, so that obviously helps. We have a strong, solid position as a part of the Scandinavian infrastructure. We have strong home markets, and we believe that there will be air travel in the future. There will be a demand, and there will be also starting up when things starting to normalize. Probably we will start from shorter flights, domestic flights, intra-Scandinavian flights, intra-European flights, and we are in that sense in a lucky position that the majority of the network that we fly is on short haul within Europe. So we are actually in a good position when the markets start to recover. And also we have a good split between business and leisure purpose travel, so we are not depending on only one of the segments. So I think there's going to be a big change in both the leisure and business demand, but to be able to have a split and not having all the eggs in one basket is going to be very, very helpful.
And also another thing that is important these days, you have one of the newest and most environmental friendly aircrafts fleets in Europe, at least, don't you?
Yes, that's correct. We have been through a major fleet renewal, and that's going to be finalized actually within the next couple of years, which is of course helpful, and that also because we are in the middle of a fleet renewal, it's going to help us also to right size the fleet, because of course when the company is going to be reduced in size and the demand is going to be reduced in the market, we also need to adjust the fleet. And when we are in the middle of a renewal, then it also makes it possible for us to adjust so that we have the right size when we come out of it, and we can also ramp it up step by step. And that's not possible if we would have had a full fleet that would be too large for the demand in the market.
No. Good. All right. Well, that's what we had time to now. But it's great, good information, and all the best to you and the company. We keep in touch. So have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Likewise.